Okay, Neil, it would have been some story to get the result at Anfield, but this must be the next best scenario, having still been in the competition and having Liverpool at home.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still in the tie. The players have earned the right to play Liverpool again. I think it was the best scenario from the chairman's point of view because we get another payday here and the game will be on television. But it's another opportunity for the players to prove they can compete against one of the best teams in the country. I was very pleased with the performance at Anfield, and it's a little bit different now. I'd imagine Liverpool would still have the bulk of possession. They may play cat and mouse and try and counter-attack. They do counter-attack very well, and we have to be wary of that. But I do feel we should be able to create more chances, particularly at home.
So you were pleased with the performance at Anfield. There was no kind of feeling of being the underdog. You were pleased with the last performance, but not so pleased perhaps with the result. But does those two performances give you a lot of confidence going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I was delighted with the performance on Saturday. It's just the last 30 seconds that hurt us a little bit. But overall, I was very pleased. And we had a great performance at Anfield. Yes, you have to ride your luck at times. Yes, you need your goalkeeper to play well in those games. But Premier League teams have to do the same thing when they go to Anfield. So everything I asked the players to do, they did it. And I'll need another big effort from them tomorrow night. The good thing, they'll have home advantage. They'll have the crowd with them. They can smell the atmosphere, and hopefully the instincts will kick in and they'll really enjoy their night.
Have a lot more focus for Liverpool to win silverware after the exit from the League Cup. Do you expect Brendan Rodgers to field a strong team?
I do, yeah. I do. I think the FA Cup is important to Liverpool. And you're right with the exit. They were very unlucky against Chelsea. Very unlucky to take Chelsea to 2 games in extra time. The tie could have went either way. And again, away from home that they can create chances as they did against Chelsea. So, yeah, I think the FA Cup may take on an extra incentive for Liverpool this season. But we have our own incentives. I can't talk about what Liverpool are going to do or what they're thinking. I can only think about what Bolton are going to do, and we will compete and we will try and win the tie. We know what's at stake. There's an away tie at Crystal Palace, and we want to stay in the competition for as long as we can.
Say how important is the FA Cup to Bolton, or would you prefer to be concentrating on league?
It's a good question. There's no doubt that injuries have taken their toll on us a little bit in the last month or so. So you're always mindful of that. And I've spoken to other managers in the Championship and they say, look, FA Cup, you want to forget that and just concentrate on the league. I understand where they're coming from. I understand now where they're coming from. But while you're in the competition, you want to go as far as you can. And this club has traditionally got a history of the cup. We haven't won it for a while, but it's a traditional club, and I think it's important that we have a decent FA Cup run to augment what hopefully will be a decent run in the second half of the season. We can't get the new players to play, obviously because they're cup tied or not registered from the first tie. But the players I have, I've been very pleased with, and they will give me everything again tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure of that.
I know Andy Johnson said he doesn't get nervous taking penalties, but have you been practicing penalties, preparing for perhaps extra time?
Yeah, well, listen, we'll have to think of all those scenarios. We'll make the players aware of that and prepare them for it. In terms of Eder, he doesn't get nervous. He is, very, very cool. I think being the Iceman, suits his temperament down to the ground, and he will be important for us. His experience and his quality.
Can you just tell us a little bit about the experience of playing as a player against a club like Liverpool that, whatever form they're in, they always have that aura about them, don't they?
That's a good question. They certainly had the aura in the 80s and 90s. I think Man United, and certainly Man United anyway, took over from that, and Chelsea as well when Mourinho came in. Those two clubs certainly had taken over from Liverpool in that respect. But there's always a sense of occasion when you go to Liverpool because of the club that they are. And there's always a sense of occasion when you play them. They're still one of the big, great clubs of English football. They haven't won the Premier League for a while, but they still carry that weight about them as a superpower in the game. So it's a mouth-watering clash. It was at Anfield and it will be tomorrow as well.
and exciting for the fans to see one of their old boys come back as well, Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah, he's very well thought of here. He got a great reception from the Bolton fans at Anfield, and I'm sure he'll get another one tomorrow night, although if he scores, that may change a little bit. But speaking to the chairman yesterday, when we were obviously to and fro with deals, you know, we touched on Daniel and he said he was fantastic here. And he's gone on to do, you know, there's a maturity about him now, you know, the way he plays. And he's a real talent, and I'm sure Brendan's delighted to have him back.
And you've mentioned the importance of playing at home as well, the part that the fans can play. Have you noticed since you've come here, more of a belief starting to grow in the fans again? Are they getting a bit noisier week by week?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some great atmospheres here. You know, Blackburn on Boxing Day was fantastic. You know, Leeds here a few weeks ago. You know, we're getting good crowds in again. They're starting to come back, thankfully. They have a great pride in their club, and that's something that I want to, you know, maintain. And it'll be important again tomorrow night. It was one of the attractions of coming here, you know, the tradition of the club. But if you look around, the infrastructure here is fantastic. So the players have earned the right to get this replay, and you know, I want them to make the most of it now.